Hey, comic book community. This is Liking the Covers 4963. Doing another video. This one's going to be Daredevil related titles. I don't have a lot of Daredevil. I wasn't ever really a big collector, but I missed out a lot. As I've been going through my comics, and I've been looking at the character and stuff. I mean, there's a lot I missed. But I mean, as people have been saying, there's a lot out there. So, okay, get right into the books here. This first one here is a limited series. This is David Lapham, and he wrote and did the artwork on the cover and then the interior. This is number 1 of Daredevil versus Punisher, Means and Ends. I also have number 2. These are nice covers. Just going to enjoy the covers. Number 3, Daredevil versus Punisher, Means and Ends. Number 3. Nice cover there. I like this song that's playing in the background. Wonderful Tonight, Eric Clapton. Might get a little distracted to think about my wife. Daredevil versus Punisher, Means and Ends, number 5. I was trying to find number 6, but I don't know where that one went, or at least I don't have it. Or I still haven't came across it. So I have issues 1 through 5, and there is a 6th one to it. But like I said, I don't have that one. Volume 1, number 501. They restarted numbers. They went to Volume 2 and then went up to issue 119 and then started over at 500. This is Andy Digley doing the writing on this after Brubaker's run. And speaking of Brubaker and the other gentleman, Daredevil 500. This is the final part to the Return of the King. And this was different artist on this. I didn't catch all the artists on this particular one. I'll take like 5 or 6 different artists. One of them being Alex Ross. Daredevil number 500. These next few books, I got back when I started getting back in the comics in 09. I first, and I don't know why I'm such a fool, because I should have stayed with Daredevil because it's so good with Mark Waid's run and everything. But in hindsight, I did what I did. So yeah, comic book, let it savor. Yes, Return of the King, Part 1, Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, number 116. This is from April 2009. What a powerful story this is. I don't know if everybody out there in the community has ever seen this in trade or seen this in individual comics, but oh my God, this story is a heartbreaker as far as I'm concerned, because of I mean, especially if anybody knows the Kingpin's background. I mean, he had difficulties in being the Kingpin of crime. His wife, and Vanessa Fisk, she was not always a fan of him being in crime and being the Kingpin. She was, always like in between when Kingpin and Spider-Man would get into it. I don't know if she was there too much in the Daredevil, but I wasn't always getting into the Daredevil titles with Kingpin. But I have, thanks God to local library, I get to catch some of the trades and some of them books of Daredevil, because that's what I've done. I mean, I've basically picked up trades and read like the story before this of Lady Bullseye and other stories. Getting back into the comics here, Return of the King Part 2, and this is initially Part 1. This, even though this says Part 1, it is the prologue, like a beginning story, and this is when he actually returns to New York. And that cover, wow. I mean, to me, this cover, I know this is probably not what it's representing, but these are two men that know about losing, and they know about all this. I mean, with across the board, I mean, about loss and about love and about, being, having power, not having power and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, this here would be one of my picks for modern age best covers. Daredevil 118. Marco, I'm going to butcher this name. Marco Duradovic. Boy, I gotta go back and get English class. Yeah. And then basically part 3, but it says part 4. 119, another fine cover there from Marco. That's 119. Volume 2, 119, and that's where it ends before it switches over to 500. These next ones are a few I picked up out of the dollar bin. 320, the first part of Fall from Grace. And 252, John Romita Jr. and Al Williamson doing the cover art. Now, the last 3 Daredevil books I have, I initially paid 10, 20, and 15 for these. And these are the few left that I have of... Whoa! Daredevil 190, Frank Miller. Oh man, I don't know how I left this out of the list of of comics out of the top 5, because I picked 5 initially right off the top of my head, but I forgot all about this one, and I was like, oh, and I seen it again. I was like, wow, should have put that in my top 5. So yeah, but then I seen others too, like this other one. I was like, wow. Oh man. 183. This is from June of 1982. Folks, this is Frank Miller knocking it out of the park. And this is the first appearance, first meeting of Daredevil and Punisher. And they go in 183 and 184. And I still need to get 184 someday. And last but not least, number 180. This is Frank Miller. This is from March of 1982. This is a story that has Vanessa Fisk in it. I was thinking about that, and that quick, man, brain fart. Yeah, Vanessa Fisk was in this. I got to look at the comic again, but yeah. But these here guys, I mean it. I know. I mean these here, I would pay the price again, because I mean these are just nice copies. Especially like this one here. This one here, I mean, that's a $20 book. I mean, that's just you know, people have given advice, Mercenaut about, and other people have, you know, said to get this here, to get the Mylars like this. I'm thinking of investing in that and get it for, you know, like covers like this. So, guys, that's that. Oh, sorry about that. That's it for my Daredevil books. So I have more. I'm going to do Ghost Rider. I have a #1 of Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I found in the box. I have two books of Marvel 2-in-1. I just put the small thing together, and then the Hulk. My ones I have of the Hulk, the series, and then the annuals. I don't have a lot. I mean, these runs, a lot of them, like I said, I traded them over the years. I mean, we're going back to the, you know, like 70s, latter part of the 70s, and then in the midst of that, I traded. The biggest I have in my collection is Fantastic Four, X-Men, and Amazing Spider-Man. Them are the most titles that I have. And then there's other titles, small runs, but I enjoy the comics, and I'm grateful and thankful for the comics I have. I really am. There's some people that, you know, doesn't have comics, they don't even know about comics, and there's some that would just love to, I mean, when they see these comics we have, would just love. I mean, it's not envious; they would just love to have them, and you know, it's just to have them in their hand. It'd be cool for them. So this is Like in the Covers 4963. Thank you for all. I mean, I've up to 26 subscribers. I appreciate that. I'm up to over I'm in the 300s of views. 366, I think, the last number I saw. And I really do appreciate that, guys. I've been watching yours. I've been reading. So I'm going to go back to watching some more of yours and doing some more reading. And yeah, I'm going to read a little bit of these. I'm going to read this. This is the Race of Thieves, Catwoman. A little bit of Anne Nessetti. I'm gonna read those and put them in a box. I mean, put them in a bag and board. All right, guys. Till next time. Take care of yourselves. This is Like in the Covers 4963 out.